Today, the Toronto Blue Jays are going to send Kevin Gausman out to the hill, and then there's Nick Pivetta going again for Boston. $1.80 is the number for the Blue Jays. The total in this game is 8, slightly shaded to the over at the current time here right now at -115. But Boston and Toronto, game 2 of this series, they played last night. Toronto got the job done. See if they can do it again here today. And BaseWinner, I think this is the first time that we've actually had a parlay on our best bets. And I know, like you mentioned, there's a lot of guys that will look at that or scoff at that. But you and I are on the same page with this, not necessarily this parlay, but if you take two $2 favorites and you can get them down, you're actually getting plus money. And in this situation, you're going to come out around probably about plus 111, plus 12. So you're going to get plus money if both of these favorites hit. I'm not opposed to money line parlays at all, especially in baseball, especially if you have a mismatch, on the pitching side, and then you've got an offense that's kind of void of offense as well too. So real quick, let's talk about Boston, Toronto, and talk about why you're teaming up the Yanks and the Blue Jays together.
Well, it really comes down to my starting pitcher evaluation. Well, it comes down to actually a couple different, three main components, but primarily my starting pitching evaluation, and this could be, talk about baseball hipsters up in arms about this. Kevin Gausman, number 1 base winner pitcher. I mean, I have him with the lowest run suppression number in baseball, and I'm with a 56. I updated it yesterday, and Burns was number 1, but this takes into account like 3 major things that I look at, and I mean, it's kind of exciting to be able to have the number 1, my number 1 pitcher at a -180 price. And Pivetta just has been bad. TC, you touched upon this. What'd you call him?
4-run Nick. Well, I'm getting there during my breakdown.
Nick or something like that.
I'm gonna have to. I was gonna say I'm gonna have to change his name after last start, and I gotta call him 5-run Nick. Because, yeah. He's been great for me going against him. So.
It reminds me of the $2 Chuck, but that's good. I know so anyway, if you look at Gausman's outings, he's been pretty darn good this year by that 3-metric margin, by that 3-metric evaluation. He threw a 79 percentile against Texas, against the Yankees, a 95 percentile, and then against the same team, Boston, he threw the 97 percentile. And this is rated over 3,000 starts since last June 26. So. Those are really good numbers. And if you take a Pivetta, he's 28 percentile. His first start against the Yankees, 2 percentile against the Twins, and then his last time out, the game you had, TC, he was at a 44 percentile. And I think we have a huge starting pitching advantage here. The way the bullpens shape up, I've got this setup for Gausman, 26th out of 150 setups for these starting pitchers. The Boston bullpen, I don't hate. I have them like they're 54th out of 150 pitchers for Pivetta, but a huge advantage for me with the offense. Toronto I have at a 117, and Boston at a 108. So you put that all in. I've got a price of -243. So I think that -180 is a pretty good opportunity to get my number 1 pitcher in a nice spot. So I'm going to tie that in with the Yankees. I think that both these teams, I'm really high on them, higher on the Yankees, but I think they're both the real deal. So it's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to this AL East race and watching the Yankees and Blue Jays kind of duel it out all season.
Right. Eric, thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything. I definitely don't have Gausman as high as you would do. I mean, Pivetta's a lot better on the road, by the way. 17 home runs at home, 7 home on the road. I just can't put my money behind it, but I still think they get to Gausman. I think the first 5 team totals only 1.5 at even or at -110. Blooping a bomb. I mean, he's not deceptive. He's not going to. He doesn't have any junk. He's just coming at you. He's locating fastballs, little off-speed stuff, but I don't see a problem getting to 2 by the 5th inning with Gausman at all. A couple guys got numbers against him. I just feel like I expected this to be juiced heavily against Gausman. I think they've seen him enough. The guys a couple guys in that lineup have really good numbers against him. I think we see a couple runs. I wouldn't be mad at the total game over too. I just can't go against that murderer's row in Toronto right now as far as Pivetta is concerned. So I'm gonna stick with the team total, Boston first 5 over.
So, guys, when I was handicapping this game, I looked at it yesterday and I said, oh boy, 4-run Nick is going again. It's automatic. I got to go against 4-run Nick. And like I said, I got to change his name to 5-run Nick because he gave up 5 last time at Toronto, which I went against him. And I said, I'd be remiss if I did not go against 4-run Nick again. So I had to do it. Then I started diving a little bit deeper into this. And of course, we know Pivetta has been horrible. He's 0-3. His ERA is 10.03. His whip is 2.14, the highest, I believe, in baseball right now. Again, 10 strikeouts and 9 walks. So easy go against, and I love the Toronto bats. But something just popped out to me while I was handicapping this game, and it's Gausman. And I know Gausman's been good. 22 strikeouts, hasn't walked a batter yet, but I'm still not sold on him because I look at how many hits he's given up, Mark, and that's where the problem is. He's given up 21 hits, so he is very hittable. That fastball is very, very hittable. So I said to myself,
"Oh, I disagree, but I'll let you go. Sorry, TC."
Yeah, okay.
I disagree.
So anyway, like I said, so I decided to change it up a little bit. And I was going to join you on Toronto, but I said, you know what? I think both these guys are going to get lit up a little bit. I usually don't play a lot of totals, but I thought this was a good spot for a total, and it's only 8. So I'm going to take the over in this game, banking on that the 4-run/5-run Nick does his job. Gausman gives up a little bit with those Red Sox backs because they are capable, and thinking that the total should go over 8 here. So that's the way I'm going to play it.
I like it.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about like the Gausman stuff because I mean, he has allowed the hits, so I think from a standard statistic standpoint, you're looking at that, and that is what it is. But you know, one of the things I'm doing differently this year is I'm taking a look at this stuff plus metric, and it has to do with how the fastball moves, the difference between fastball and the off-speed stuff, horizontal break, vertical break, and Saris is the guy who publishes it. So I'm taking a look at his numbers and I'm scaling it to a percentile. And Gausman has an 83 percentile stuff plus number. And so I would disagree, like his stuff is hittable. I mean, that's a pretty high number. It's kind of the highest on the board, with the exception of maybe Woodruff's at 83% and then Severino's at 81%. So I do like Gausman's stuff. So I'll disagree with you guys on that.
Yeah. And again, like I said, I've watched him a couple starts this year, and then I go back to last year as well too. Again, they're making contact with him, giving up 22 hits. And again, I do like Toronto in the spot. I like their bats, but I'll take a shot with the over. And BaseWinner will go ahead and go with the 2-team parlay with the Yankees and Toronto, and that's going to turn him a profit if he hits both of those to basically around plus 112 or so. And also, Eric's going to go with the team total of over 1.5 here in the first 5.